on an almost weekly basis, we wake up to the news that another person has been stabbed, that robbery is on the rise, that serious violence is on the up. This is not just a concern for those communities that are directly affected by that crime. It rightly causes national alarm. A recent YouGov poll showed that for the first time, crime was a more important issue to the public than health. Last year saw a 14% increase in homicides, a 15% increase in hospital admissions for assaults involving a sharp instrument, a 17% increase in recorded robberies. This does not make for easy reading, and this is exactly why it cannot be ignored. It is my job as Home Secretary, it is my duty to protect the public. And at the Home Office, we work tirelessly to find the right policy solutions to tackle all types of crime in all its guises. But what affects me more is my job as a father. Take knife crime. Like everyone else, I see the reports on young people feeling the need to carry weapons. It makes me worry about my own teenage children. Will they be hurt if they're out in the wrong place at the wrong time? What if they get into an argument that then escalates? I may be the Home Secretary, but I'm not ashamed to confess I have stayed up late at night many times, waiting for the key to turn in the front door, and only then going to bed, safe in the knowledge that my children are home. And like any other dad, when I watch the news and I see those faces of all those young victims of knife crime, I despair at the waste of those lives. Many of those lost are of a similar age to my own children. And so sometimes I cannot help but seeing the faces of my own children in the pictures of those many victims. I find it hard to detach the personal from the policy. So I know that if I don't feel safe on the streets, if I don't think the streets feel safe enough for my own children, or if we see our communities that are being torn apart by crime, then something has gone terribly wrong. I'm piloting reforms that return authority to the police and give them the discretion that they need to effectively carry out stop and search. I know that this is not universally welcome. I know that. There is concern that in enforcing these powers, BAME communities will be affected disproportionately. But we must also acknowledge that the violence disproportionately impacts BAME communities too. And if stop and search rates drop too low, it does then perhaps create a culture of immunity amongst those who wish to carry knives. Stop and search saves lives. There are people that are alive today because of stop and search. And I cannot say this clearly enough.